Eagles, often described as loyal partners who will never leave their significant other. Unless you live in South London, then they'll leave the nest immediately. Crystal Palace, a team that won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. They were closing in on the top four, and then now they are already out of the FA Cup, sat 15th in the league, and everyone is jumping ship. So it raises the question, what the hell is going on at Crystal Palace? The Eagles just had their most iconic season, ending with their first trophy in their entire history. This should have given them a spot in the Europa League, but a certain Greek man had something to say about that. This season has been a bit odd for Palace and the league, really. Apart from the top and bottom three, every team has been in and out of form. Palace have especially seen this as they went from 4th on the 7th of December to 15th now. Not only that, they went out of the FA Cup in embarrassing fashion, losing to non-league side Macclesfield 2-1. Winning a competition and then getting knocked out of it the next year like that is honestly crazy. This horrible run of form has coincided with the sale of Marc Guéhi, Glasner announcing his departure, and the news that Mateta is eyeing a move to Forest. Palace have already made contact with Strand Larsen to replace Mateta if he moves to Nottingham. Mateta, however, will be confused when he arrives to Nottingham and knowing that he'll have to thank Mr. Marinakis every 45 seconds. Otherwise, he won't be allowed to move to any other club and be trapped there forever. I think that business-wise, City got Guéhi for a bargain. He is worth 55 mil and City were able to buy him for only 23 mil. They should have gotten more for him as he is their best player. Now the side has no true leader at the back. Richards and Lacroix are good players, but they weren't on that same calibre as Guéhi. The results are starting to show their issues. With injuries on key players such as Munoz and Kamada, Palace have just lacked quality going forward. This transfer window, they have to spend big, as they have European football to balance as well as the league. They don't really have the depth to manage both, as whenever they have a Conference League game, they will struggle to win the next league game. A higher level of depth and quality is needed, with Glasner begging for more investments from the owners. The only issue is that the owners might not give Glasner the support that he needs, and I'll explain why. Glasner has already announced that he'll be leaving the club by the end of the season. This means that unless Palace unearth a manager with similar tactical ideals to Glasner, they will change tactically next campaign. So why would the owners invest for Glasner when they know that he'll leave? And people will go, oh, they need players. What does it matter if the manager leaves? And I hear that, but they need to buy players that are tactically flexible. If they don't buy tactically flexible players, then the new manager will have players that don't fit the system, don't have a place in the squad, and owners would have wasted a huge amount of money with no reward. I'm not saying they shouldn't sign players because they really need to, but they need to be wise in who they sign. Which is why I think this is the perfect time to make a signing, because there is so much uncertainty that the club can use this transfer window to provide stability and set a true direction for the club. A sense of direction is definitely needed, as players have either left or desiring a move away. Glasner has even spoken about the fact that they're in a relegation fight and how the overall feeling around the club is negative. Is he right though? Are they really in a relegation fight? Well, since matchday 16, Palace have won 2 points, scored the least amount of goals, lost the most games, and have the worst goal difference in the league. The numbers actually do suggest a relegation battle lies ahead. Considering all of the discourse around the club, this could be a hard few months for Eagles fans. But the real question is, could they truly be relegated? No, I don't think so. I just think they need their whole team to be fully fit to be that next level side, and considering they have Europe plus the league, that's just not going to happen, which is why they need reinforcements this window. I think that Strand Larsen, if Mateta goes, will actually be a good replacement, as he showed last season that he can do it in the league. And I think with service from players like Johnson, Munoz and Kamada, he would do well, as he could be a good target man in the box. A centre-back will also need to be signed to replace Guéhi, and I feel their decision on whether or not to buy a centre-back will be crucial on where they end up come the end of the season. But what do you think? Can Palace get out of this rut? Should Mateta stay or should he depart for Nottingham? Let me know in the comments. That's all from me, so until next time, goodbye.